We can film that, can't we? What are you doing down there? We're almost ready for Sweet and Sour. Not quite. The balloons and the lights need a little bit of fixing. Have we got a great show for our 250th episode? I don't know. You can tell me by the end of it. But we got a great panel. Thank you, Mike. First letter comes to us from a lady whose husband wants to expand their marital horizons, whatever that means. I'm sure you probably know. Second letter comes to us from a young bloke who's slept with his mate's mum. Wants to know if it's all right to do it again. What do you guys reckon? Third letter comes to us from a distraught mother who's got wonderful kids, she reckons, but they won't do anything she asks. All this, a wonderful panel, and now we're going Australia-wide, all on and Sweet and Sour. Almost got it right. I'll get it right by the show. Coming up right now.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby, it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here.
Oh, it didn't work! What do you reckon? Welcome to Sweet and Sour, everybody. There they go. The panel's never been so good. 200. There's the audience. We're going to live one tonight. 250 episodes for you to listen. I'll be dead for the rest of the night. And welcome to the rest of Australia as well. What a panel we've got tonight. No one's going to be able to control them. You all right down there? First up tonight on the panel. Are you ready? Oh, Max, can't control it. Hello, Jenny Seaton. How are you, darling? Now, half of Australia has never met you before. Say hello to them for the first time.
Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much. Nice to meet everybody. And I love sitting next to the West Australian car salesman here.
Oh, how rude.
It's sort of like stepping back in time, isn't it?
It is a little, yes, 1970s.
Disco stuff.
This used to be one of my mother's skirts. We've had it specially tailored just for tonight. Indeed. Now, you've been on this show forever, practically.
For a long time. It's been always a great deal of fun.
We even have a little photo of you when you first came on, I believe. is that right, Russell, upstairs? Shall we show it now? There we are. That was when you were part of crew and you're holding up the set.
I prefer you now.
Do you like the artificial hairpiece?
What are you actually doing?
I think that was back in the early 70s when I was at Channel 9 and they did this pretend workout photo session. Now, you know how much I love exercise. I tried it once and that was it. That was the time.
All right. Guess who else we got on the show?
Oh, we've got Uncle Max.
Hello, Uncle Max. Councillor Max Kay from the city of Perth.
Hello, Australia. Welcome to Sweet and Sour. And listen, a happy 250th.
Thank you, mate.
It is
wonderful.
great.
Which goes to prove you can fool all of the people all of the time. Fantastic.
Maxie, have we got one of you when you first came on the show?
Yes,
as well?
yes, you have.
All
You
right,
have got
all right.
one.
Russell, come on, Russ.
There's no difference between what I was then and what I am now. You'll
All right,
see.
let's have a look.
That's me in the middle. Can you close up? That's me with the legs apart. That was my rock and roll group.
Where is that taken, Max?
The Archangels. When was it taken?
When was it taken?
It was taken while I was singing with the band.
Is it in Australia?
No, it's not. It's in Glasgow, actually.
Ah.
And I had a group called the Archangels, and I was there. I was a spunk.
You were
There was-
Look him down. There he is.
I was not
When was
now.
that one taken?
No, that one was taken, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so.
Now tell me,
Yeah.
because our Eastern States viewers won't know,
Yes.
you actually spent some of your career with Andy Stewart as
I
well,
did.
touring.
Yes, I spent the best part of my career actually with Andy Stewart, and I was an entertainer. I entertained in Sydney. I did all the clubs in Sydney, and they used to think, even when I was staying here in Perth, they used to think I was especially imported from Scotland. But in fact, I used to just hurry back to Perth again, and it kept the money up. So I'm sorry, the joke is on you.
Did you bring in your kilt tonight?
Yes, I have.
And did we ever find out where Donald's trousers was?
Yes.
We did.
Yes.
But they're not here tonight.
Not here tonight.
Are you wearing them, Jim?
Yep.
I'll put them on tonight.
Also on tonight's show, first time you've got to say hello to these people as well. They don't know who you are. Mac,
Lucky
Marie
them.
and Keith. Hello, Mac.
Hi, hello, my darling.
Mwah.
Happy birthday.
Well, it's not mine, but it's
Well,
sweet and sour.
yeah,
Very
it is.
nice.
Happy birthday.
That's
Sweet
great.
and sour.
150 years old.
250. Do I look it?
And boy, do you look tired. Not really. You look very shagadelic, I think. don't you
Shagadelic.
think?
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
shagadelic.
Shagadelic.
And the
Shagadelic.
hair,
So this is
his
going to be-
hair took about an hour longer than mine did. I'm not joking.
And that
But
was,
it,
that
boy,
was just the chest.
it was just the
Yeah, we
bits
had
that
to
you
mow
can't
it so I
see.
could put this shirt on tonight.
Very impressive, though. I have
Thank you
to
for
say.
coming on tonight to
Very
celebrate our
sexy.
250.
Pleasure. It's my pleasure to be here, and I'm sure
Now,
we're
do we
gonna-
have a photo from when you first came on the show as well?
I'm hoping not, but I suspect.
Come
that
on,
you
there
do.
it is. I'm glad to see you've shaved.
Are you one on the left or the right?
I'm the one on the left, man.
Oh,
The one that's crying.
that's with Santa.
Right?
Crying, this one is
That's me going, please, Santa, please.
Move your hands,
Come
Santa.
on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was pretty cute. I was pretty cute. wasn't I?
Santa's hands.
That's what I looked like. Thank you. What happened? Max wants to know. But
No, you were cute.
Hello, Sammy
you,
Longley.
Max.
More of you.
Hey, just want to be doing that. Just want to be doing that the
too.
whole
Can we all do
night.
well done.
Whoa.
It is bad.
I'll be happy
though,
if
isn't
we
it?
just pop all night. That's what the show's about tonight for me.
Now, what do you do?
We like that. I can't use them all. I can't use them all.
Oh, I did it!
See,
Yay!
the fun never stops. Never stops.
All right. The crew have told me to cut that out now. All right. We're here to do some work.
We are.
The people in the East want to know what we're all about.
Oh, really? Is this the first time they're seeing it?
Well, yes, it's never been to Brisbane
probably
before,
will.
it's never been to Melbourne before, it's been to Sydney before, and it's been to Adelaide before, and it's lovely to have you back with us.
Exciting.
It is, it is.
Can I just say, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, give us a chance. don't switch off straight away.
Just yet.
It's been pretty crappy up till now, but it will get better.
We're on you.
Here we go. First letter for the 250th show. Dear Sweet and Sour panel, I don't understand what's happened to my husband's mind. We've been blissfully married for some time now, but the other night he dropped a real bombshell. He wants a threesome. And I was simply appalled. I thought he was joking, but he got upset when I scoffed at the suggestion. I hoped he might forget about it, but he just mentions it all the time. I can't imagine myself caving into his desires. I'm concerned that perhaps he's losing his mind. His personality has altered a little bit last month. How can I support him without backing down on my principles? Also, I can't possibly believe that there would be anyone interested in the two of us.
Wow.
I wonder why she'd say that, but I know the answer to that. And I'm going to tell you a little bit later on. All right, Max, come on.
I know the answer to this as well, Cecile.
That's why you're invited back here.
You say, I don't understand what's happened to my husband's mind. Well, let me help you. Because he's already having a threesome. Not that you know about it, because this man is having an affair. Quite clearly, quite obviously. He already has the girlfriend lined up. She's, look, it says it here. His personality has altered a bit in the last month. So he's got it on the side. They're going for it. And do you need to talk with us?
Does this happen with Maslow's hierarchy of need? Does it?
No.
Are you talking from experience?
No, Max, I can just read these letters very well after 250 shows.
Yeah.
And so what he now wants to do is to introduce this woman into the marital bed and pretend it's a new concept. Very sneaky. Now, if I'm wrong, and I'm very rarely I am wrong, you have to admit that.
Yeah, it's very rarely wrong.
If I am wrong, what you need to do is you say, yes, darling, that'll be fine, bring her in, it'll be lovely, and you'll run a mile. Because men are all talk and no action, so you present him with that scenario. There you go.
I don't think we're no action.
Wow.
Give us the opportunity and we'd be... Sam, what do you reckon we'd
Action
be?
station.
I reckon we'd be
Absolutely.
Jackson.
Look at the shirt I wore tonight.
That's action right there.
All talk and no action.
Well, see, I reckon the way for this one is to give in. Say, certainly, hubby, if the threesome's what you want, I'm in for it. I'll go and get somebody. Then bring back your gym instructor, and he'll be all like, and get the big buff guy in there and say,
nice.
what? You want a third person in the bed? I pick him, and he's going to run a mile. Just because a man's mood changes, I don't think it's necessarily that he's having an affair.
Come on,
to be
Sam.
fair,
Yeah,
to be fair,
Come on.
even men have bad days. I know. I've had two.
Bad months. You've had two.
Bad years.
How many bad days have you had, Max?
Oh, listen, I honestly believe that that's a good idea. And it could be that he wants two men in the bed.
You never know.
And that could be
Max.
it could be a
What's
great
in
night
your
for her.
mind,
Brokeback
Max? What's
Mountain.
going on?
He might be gay.
Brokeback Mountain.
With a touch of the Brokeback Mountain.
Bit of
It could be a
cowboy
little,
action.
and that's what he wants. Look, men
You're right.
go through silly phases.
right.
I mean, I often have two males in the bed. My grandson, my grandma, well, for myself, my grandmother. I sleep with a grandmother every night. I want you to know.
And she almost died of fright when you said that last comment as well.
But you know, I don't know that there's an awful lot of harm in this. I think it's going through a phase. Look, it's going through a phase. I don't think.
Just a phase.
Midlife crisis.
Every bloke should do it. Just a
Midlife
phase.
crisis.
This guy.
He's having a midlife crisis.
There's a guy he said, we want to do sex differently tonight. He said, well, what do you do? He said, what will we do? He said, lie back to back. So they lie back to back, and she said, what we're going to do now? He said, invite the neighbours in from next door.
Awesome.
Invite the neighbours
Come on,
in from
slap
next
him on the
door.
face, Jen. Have a go.
No, no.
Last letter, wrap up from
We've got to
Jenny.
be
Come on.
very fast here. I think he's disgusting. I would cut off an appendage. I would
His
leave the
fingers.
home. I think he's disgusting. Quite frankly, to even ask your wife, who you're meant to respect and love, to take on something like this with your sick fantasy.
Okay, now let me tell you what I know.
What?
This couple is in their 80s.
Oh, come on. You
I'm absolutely serious.
Speak no more of
And we had our letters editor take it all out. Thank you, Eleanor. That's why she says I can't possibly believe there would be anyone interested.
It's never going to happen.
dear.
Obviously,
I don't know.
They're in their
Run a
80s.
mile.
Go on the internet. You'll
He'll
find
run a
Sam
mile.
Revolting.
Have I
All
gone through all
talk, no
this?
action.
Have I gone through all this for nothing? These people.
You still have to wait another
You
30
enjoyed
years, mate. There's nothing wrong
Oh,
with that.
mate, these people have probably got Alzheimer's disease.
Have you ever had too much to drink?
Never.
No, no, I'm always
being honest,
anything I've ever done wrong in my life has always been sober.
When we come back,
Completely think about
we're
it.
going to be talking about having too much to drink. Have a look at this video as we go out. You'll know what we're talking about when we come back.
All right.
Don't blow your whistle. Come on. What a mob tonight. My hairdresser's sitting in the audience there. Thank you very much.
That's an
If
impression
you,
of me.
it's what? Have a look at this. Can we get that on camera? Max, you take the-
Hey, you're a man of respect.
Oh, there it is again. I'm deaf again. All right, here we go.
Smell.
If you would like to send a letter to this panel, send it to the address that's appearing on your screen right now, sweet and sour at accesstvwa.com. It'll land here, and if we like it, we're going to read
trouble.
it out and send you to the movies, courtesy of Natalie Cameron.
The movies of someone in Queensland. When's it?
They're going to send it to the movies over there. These films are national.
Movies in Queensland, just not right back
The date movie is the movie that we'll be sending you to. The last couple of letters were from the eastern states, so we're going to send them to the
The
movies.
two
as well.
8-year-olds looking for a third person.
Yeah, yeah.
From a, you can't
They're
trust them
actually,
over the border.
they were from Chatswood,
Yeah,
New South
exactly.
Wales.
Wouldn't happen in Western
They would.
Australia.
Chatswood.
Wouldn't happen
So have
here.
I.
Come on, we have to
Come
Shall
on,
we
get
buy
going,
property?
get
Oh, all
going.
right, we've used up too much time chatting. Well, can't control. Dear panel, is that where we are in the show? Are we doing the next letter? We are.
Yeah.
Go
I
on.
think I've done something stupid.
Entertainers.
Really?
I've gone to visit my
smell
mate, and he wasn't at home, but his mum invited me in for a drink. We had a few and started chatting. I don't know what happened, but we ended up in bed together. So I accidentally
fine.
slept with my mate's mum.
I'm fine.
Accidentally, huh? Now she calls me up all the time, and I don't know what to do.
She'll be 82 as well. That's the thing. She's 80 years of age. Tell us now before we go into it.
No, not on this one. If my mate finds out I'm dead, but I still want to see her because the sex was great.
Wow.
If my olds find out, they'll be really upset because last year I got my 15-year-old girlfriend pregnant. What do you think?
Tasmania
Will
doesn't
I
get
be
the
able to see my mate's mum without anyone finding out? And that comes to us from Kyle in Manly, New South Wales. Come on, Sam. You're the closest one to this bloke's age. What do you say to Kyle?
Everybody always finds out. Doesn't matter who you end up sleeping with, everybody finds out. Look, if you really
Particularly
want a
if you tell
threesome, you're a young guy, you're going to boast about it. Look, I think everybody, I was a 15-year-old boy once, and I had some mates who had some cracking mums. But I never... It's true. Mums can be hot.
Did they ever ring you though?
No.
Oh.
No,
Yummy.
and yummy
Yummy
mummies,
mummies.
exactly. But you don't just accidentally end up sleeping with them.
No, of course
No, I
Yummy
reckon if you want to keep
This
your mate...
bloke did.
Yeah, I don't know about the accidentally thing.
Yeah.
Accidentally felt.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to keep your mate, dump the mum and just never go over there. And if you want to keep the good shag, then just get rid of your mate. You know, you just got to choose. It's you can't walk, you can't have
Boys'
both.
fantasies.
Mate,
Boys.
Have you ever had anyone knock on your door and say, oi?
Unfortunately, none of my son's friends have ever put the hard word on me.
You never gave them enough to drink,
It's
mate.
something else I've missed out on, obviously. This is really quite gross, quite frankly. It sounds really young.
You become
They're
so
not
prudish.
I'm a very
You're such a
matriarchal and very primmy these
You are
days.
such a prude.
I am.
Normally not like
The
this,
boy
folks.
is probably
He's normally
16
quite
or
fluid.
17. Obviously, he's got a 15-year-old girlfriend, so he's extremely young. Leave your friends' mothers alone. Believe you me. Mum's very grateful, obviously. That's why she keeps ringing you and so on. But get out of it.
Hasn't your mum got more to
terrible.
worry about?
It's terrible. It's naughty.
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 Naughty, you say naughty, naughty?
Well, what I say is that Kyle, it will probably involve an airfare, but us cracking mummies are called yummy mummies, and my address is 200 Smith Street,
mummies.
Mount Lawley. So if you're ever in Western Australia, just drop on by.
I can't believe
I'm joking.
No, that is disgusting.
No, I can't believe you actually gave that address out. Can we edit that? Maxie, have you ever had occasion to visit 200 Smith Street? Oh my goodness.
No, but I will
No,
now.
I see it. You have to be careful.
I intend to now. I'll be there. I'm not too old for her.
No way.
She's a
I
mummy.
like older men.
She's a mummy.
Do you
Now
think
listen,
salt and
this is a
pepper
guy,
distinguish
15 years of
men?
age, who's got too much testosterone. And I'm jealous because, but I mean, that's what kids do. And let's face it, the onus is not on the kid, not on the 15. Wait a minute.
mother?
Yes, excuse me. The onus is not on the child of 15. It's on the mother,
it's
who's a
gross.
randy old bugger, and is coming
She's a
on to
yummy
him.
mummy, Max.
She's not a yummy mummy. She's a
Obviously-
bugger. She's a
she
silly.
obviously is a
she's
yummy
a silly
mummy.
old tart,
a
and that's
naughty
what.
mummy.
And
How do you know?
She's seducing this young boy because she's seducing a boy of 15.
That's
Well,
She's a
how
tart.
old is the boy?
Doesn't say, but
So
I
doesn't
bet
say.
he's young.
He's got a 15-year-old girlfriend.
You were never
who's up
seduced
there.
Yeah, he's
at
37.
15.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't. And there's still time. But this is what young guys do, and I honestly believe.
We're not jealous, are we, mate?
we are
Yes,
not.
you know.
This is what young guys do.
And I honestly believe that the woman is to blame,
right, audience?
not the boy at all. She's
Guys.
coming on.
Look, the young
woman's
guys in the audience say this is not what young guys do.
No, but they would if they had
would
the
you do?
chance.
You need training from Uncle Max over here, don't you worry.
Supposing the mum was 27 years of age, wouldn't you like that?
When we come back,
We've got a gay audience
we're
tonight.
going to
Broke back.
something about you and gay people.
Yeah,
Max.
what is
What
it?
is it?
Every show, you'll get used to Max.
I think he doth protest it's too much.
I don't.
Do you reckon?
Oh, yes.
Norma, what are we going to do about
Norma
Max?
knows.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about kids and discipline.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
that's
worried?
Right.
Oh, is that
yeah,
ever your
no,
worry?
I'm worried.
This one got
You get the fillies at Flemington, but more impressed with the horses that I saw as well.
Nice to be here. I've got to tell you, I'm not too popular with TV stations, given my ambush marketing exploits, so it's rather odd.
Oh, quick second.
We're going straight to our next letter. If we can get this mob to settle down. Dear Mitch and crew, what can I do with my teenage kids? Hello, very nice there. One a boy, the other a girl. They're good-hearted, well-meaning, well-mannered, clever at school and well-adjusted. They're also undisciplined, lazy and at times uncommunicative. And every time I ask them to do things, whilst they agree, nothing happens. Just sounds like teenagers to me, folks. Unless I clean up their bedrooms, they remain pigsties. They stay up late on the internet and they're always tired for school. I can't even get them to eat right. They're always running late. I'm turning into a constant nag, but still nothing happens. My hard-working husband says we've spoiled them. My mother says I was exactly the same when I was a teenager. What can I do? It comes from Natalie Floriat in Western Australia. Jenny?
They do grow up very quickly. He will go through. Put your whistle away.
When does that happen?
Put your whistle away.
Oh, you're not the only one to tell me that this week.
If anyone has an answer,
Yep.
an answer to the problem of teenagers not doing what you'd like them to do, please, someone will make a lot of money. As soon as they write the book on how to deal with it, it's not an easy thing and it drives you mad as a parent. The rooms are messy, you're right, they don't eat properly, they do everything wrong. They should be role models like us. Perfect.
Yeah. Max, what were you like when you were a teenager?
Join the queue, just exactly like that. Just exactly like that. Didn't clean up, made pigsty, just a thing. And I've got.
That was
two-
last week, Max.
and
I want to
had-
know what you were like
and
when you
I
were a
had two- I
teenager.
still do that. My wife goes mad about it. We've got a grandson living with us just now. He's exactly like that. It never changes. And you know what? what will happen is these will be the people who will be operating on you because they'll be the doctors and they'll be building your homes, they'll be doing all the things. They grow up just like them grow up. I love the related question. What should couples what should couples consider before they have children? Wearing a condom.
That's right. Don't do it.
Just consider it. That's all we're saying. Look, I grew up in Fremantle. Lots of hippies in Fremantle. I kid you not. For those of you who don't know, it's a bit like Noosa, but with a cappuccino strip. And the cleanest, most perfect teenagers I knew were the ones that had stoner hippie parents, because every child is embarrassed about their parents. If you want them to clean their rooms, start leaving yours in a mess. Start being like 4 o'clock in the morning going, dude, get me a Coke, dude, get me a Coke. And they will rebel and become straightened citizens until they get to 40 and they'll have a midlife crisis, they'll crash and burn. So you choose.
Come on, Max, give us the rack, give us the rack.
You need to scream a lot, you need to throw things, you need to drug their food, and when all else fails, what you need to do is you need to find a cupboard or like a dark cellar with a big heavy-duty lock and just lock them in that and
You
forget
don't
about them.
have teenage kids, how do you know?
Well, actually,
Oh, your mum did it to you, all right.
I do have a teenage child in my house.
Let me out.
Is that the one? Is that the one you got? You're acting as yummy mummy for us.
Max, we'll talk about it later.
And
Later.
for every
Later.
letter writer tonight, we're also giving you, courtesy of Vittoria Coffee. Do you like coffee?
Yum.
Have you heard of Vittoria Coffee?
Of
It
course,
is
everyone's heard of
Australia's
Victoria
number
coffee,
one
haven't
coffee.
they?
I drink it.
Do you get Vittoria coffee?
Jenny drinks
Because
it.
it's made, I've been told to say this,
Jenny
it's made
drinks
from
it.
Arabica coffee rather than
Arabica,
Robusta coffee,
darling.
which is
The Arabica
high
bean.
in flavour and
Protein.
low in
Caffeine.
caffeine. That's it. There we go. We're giving them all one of their limited edition calendars tonight. And that's it. Guess what?
Time to go?
And for the best letter tonight, we're also giving them, have a look at this, have a look at this. This is a pair of sunglasses. They are new to Australia.
Yes.
They are a pair of sunnies. I've got them over there somewhere.
are they?
No, we'll go to the film clip. Not only are they a pair of sunnies, courtesy of Aussie Optical,
Yay, that's cool.
but they have a pair of MP3s built into them.
They do not.
They do, so you can download all your favourite
Oh,
music and listen
that
to them.
is cool.
Listen through your
And
sunglasses.
listen through your sunglasses,
Wow.
courtesy of Alan Treves and Aussie
Is that like
Opticals, and
talking
here's
to
the
you?
address
Good.
on the bottom. Isn't that fantastic? The audience wants a pair as well. We don't have a pair for all of you. You have to write us a letter, all right?
want some of
Who was the best
those.
letter?
I think the old
88-year-old
couple.
The 80-year-olds? The 80-year-olds?
Truly, they're going to need something to spice up their life. Give us an
Dark
MP3.
MP3s for 80-year-olds.
They're going to need
Listen to Wham. It's great.
Good night, Sammy.
Good night.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Good on you, Matt. Good night.
Good night, darling. Another kiss.
Mwah.
Happy birthday again.
I can get used to night. Good night, gorgeous.
Thank you very much for having me on the show. It's been gorgeous as always.
Fantastic. Good night, Max.
Good night, gorgeous. And I just want to say, I want to say something. Of all the shows I've ever been on, this has been one of them. Fantastic.
Thank you to everybody at home for watching. Welcome aboard the Eastern Seaboard. Lovely to have you with us.
Yay.
Thank you, crew. Thank you to you at home for watching. We'll see you next week. Good night. Bye, audience.